The things you do make you sick. Not undead, you're just another brick.
Well, welcome to Pop Chaos, where your culture had it coming. Here we are. It's exactly 1 week later.
For all you people out there that don't know what a week is, that's 7 days.
Yes. From the Knoxville comic and anime show. And here we are in the bunker. And we wanted to take, instead of doing like a lot of people would have done, we wanted to take a week to reflect and kind of let the hype and the excitement die down and give you our honest opinion of the show. Because sometimes you go to these shows and you get so hyped up and you have such a good time and everything, and then you begin to realize how much of a letdown it really was. There wasn't enough stuff to do. The guests sucked.
Yeah.
So, a week later, in my opinion, hasn't changed at all, really. I thought it was a good show on Saturday, and my opinion has not changed. I still think it was a good show.
I don't know.
Okay, what?
Let's do a counterpoint here.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a great show. Had a lot of fun. Met a lot of people. New friends, old friends.
Yes. The thing is, like we said in the pre-game show, the preview, each show should be based on its merit. You can't. It's not fair to compare, local comic and toy show to Wizard World or San Diego Comic Con, because you're getting a completely different show. But the thing is, the three main questions you should answer is: do you feel like you got your money's worth?
Yes.
Definitely. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Do you think that were you bored at any point during the show?
Yes. I mean, no.
I was not.
No. Oh, I'll add a fourth one there. Would you go back?
Yes, that's the biggest one.
And we plan on going to the Nashville show coming up in October.
But it was crowded. I mean, that's the only negative I could say. But then again, if that's the worst thing you can say is it's successful, then hey,
Well, I'm going to take a second here before we actually get into the actual chaos of the show to explain a few things that we saw and a few things that we did. Like I said, we met some new friends.
Yes.
Saw some old friends.
Definitely.
Talked to some vendors. Talked to some cosplayers.
Which was awesome.
It was. Got to talk to the voice of Invader Zim from the show, Invader Zim, he was a great, really funny, really nice guy, by the way. We also got to see an oddities booth where this local artist went and he made a bunch of things with his own two hands, all by himself, and some awesome, awesome stuff.
This is why I like going to the shows. And this is the stuff that we here at Pop Chaos really want to cover. The local stuff because I know we're on YouTube. We're stuck. We're not really stuck. We live in a small town, in a small county, kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Arm-and-ass Tennessee.
Pretty much, yes. And to go to this show was we don't to go to a show like this, to go to any show really, we have to go to Nashville or Memphis or Ohio or the Carolinas or Georgia. And that's, I mean, Nashville's a couple hours from here.
Well, let's just go ahead and face facts. The economy is just not what it used to be.
Yes.
The market for comics and collectibles is not what it used to be. The price has gone up on everything. And yes, while we do plan on going to the Nashville show, and we do plan on going to Atlanta to a show and some other places and cover some things, gas is not cheap anymore.
No.
I mean, so
you've always had to budget out which shows you went to. That's just been one of those things. Like, for instance, I collect G.I. Joe. If I wanted to go to JoeCon, I would probably not be able to go to any other shows. I would have to save that money up, because at a show like JoeCon, you have the exclusives, which are like $200 or $300, and then you've got the panels and the dinners and all that crap, which you may or may not want to attend.
Well, the point is, we enjoyed this because it was a small show. It was informal. It was very fun. Everyone was really nice. You didn't have a lot of jerks, you know, giving you the finger and telling you to fuck off when you bumped into them. Everyone was saying, you know, thank you, excuse me. But anyway, without going off on too big of a tangent, we'll go ahead and start the show from, well, the show.
Yeah.
And
here we are a few minutes in. To be honest, we prowled around the dealer's room first, because, come on. You go into a show like that, you center in on stuff that you want. I mean, one of the cool things about a show like this is they're wheeling stuff in. You're going, ooh, I want that. Ooh, how about that?
Well, the cool thing is us being a show, we got to get in a little bit and see things a little bit before other people, which was really nice of them to let us do that. But anyway, here is the very first shot of us filming in the show.
Welcome to Pop Chaos, covering the Knoxville Comic and Anime Show. And as you can see, we've spent some money. As you can see, surrounded by Star Wars, which is awesome as always. And we have some cosplayers, and we've made some new friends.
Yes, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm CCat13, also known as Celia Cleveland.
They went out here, about this far right here.
Shameless plug for your YouTube site, please.
That was a shameless plug.
Ah, well. Okay, we're going to go around.
I have to get in the shot.
Yes, you do. Otherwise, my agent gets angry.
And I'm your agent.
That's right.
All right.
So we're just going to kind of wander around and see what we can see.
Let's see what we can see. All right.
He does a lot of AF.
I did get your shirt.
He's one of those AFA.
I was wondering why it panned down.
I didn't mean to pan down, really. And I think the electronic bird in my pants was chirping. Actually, that's my cell phone.
Now you've disappointed me, Greg.
I thought you was going to say it. I did. Well, we got some.
Usually gets the best use of the paper plate.
Yes.
I just want to know if this was maybe a good time to play my little song.
Play your little song.
There's a bunch of people. It's not my song. It's for the bronies. See if anybody responds. Oh, we're
Oh my God.
It's too loud. That's why.
It is too loud. Can't hardly hear anything.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's kind of peruse our way through here and get some more of
Show
the.
you my dolls.
Oh yes, the married couple.
Yes. I got Eric's to sign him.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
And they're married. I got them in 5th grade. They've been married ever since.
Let's get a close up of that on the back where you got it
They've gone
autographed.
the distance. It's nice. They're one of my only toy couples that stay together.
That's cool.
Them and Rex from Toy Story with the yellow Power Ranger.
I like the way you think.
I never did care for the whole Jinx Falcon thing, so I hooked her up for some reason with Quick Kick.
That kind of worked.
Until Quick Kick got blown away in the Tropic of Benzene, which I swear sounds like some kind of ointment. Alright, somebody's left a phone at my table.
It wasn't me.
As you can see, a lot of cosplayers.
Yes, you're going to have to speak up, though, because...
Here we are, plenty of cosplayers. Always awesome. Check out these custom welded T800. That's a great thing about a con. You'll see some interesting stuff you'll see nowhere else.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. As you can also see, there's not enough room to swing a dead cat.
No, there's not.
Not that I would swing a dead cat, because usually the tail comes off and the cat flies off.
That would be rude.
And there you go.
Yes.
One of the cool things about these shows, you always meet somebody new.
Yeah.
And we were thrilled to meet CCat and a fellow YouTube user. Please check her stuff out. It's pretty cool. You know, when you go to these shows, you really you can go with one of two mindsets. You can go with, I'm going to be an asshole and I'm going to be I'm just going to have just a shitty time. Or you can go in and you can say, hey, I'm just going in and have fun.
Yeah.
And
that's what we talked about in the pre-show. Go in with no expectations other than to have fun.
That way you have a much better show. I wasn't expecting to see, I mean, we knew Chuck Corum, who had set up at Green Acres local flea market for years, was going to be at the show. And Chuck is always one of my favorite people to deal with.
Yeah, he's really nice, really informative, knows his stuff, and he's passionate about it. Another person we ran into was an old friend of ours that used to run a local comic shop, Mike House. And hadn't got to talk to him in years.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Mike in 5 or 6 years at least, and one of my favorite people to deal with. That was my comic shop of choice. And you know, it was a real treat to get in touch with an old friend, and let's introduce him to you.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, the Wolverine statue, that's mine now.
So without further ado, or any ado at all, here he is, the one and only Mike House.
I tried that one time and I passed out.
I don't pass out anymore. What are we looking for? What are you doing? You're filming me. Yeah. Are you going to put it on something? Am I going to be famous? I'm going to be famous? I'm going to be famous?
Is your name Steve Jennings? Is your name?
No, don't call him.
Not Steve. Not Steve. You ran Eagle.
Yes, I did. What's up, buddy?
It's been a long time, man.
How are you?
It's been a long time. We're doing a show on the internet now. It's called Pop Chaos.
Gotcha.
And we're just covering the con and kind of.
You're making me sweat.
Don't worry about
I thought the room was doing that.
Yes, it's hot in here.
You put comic book fat boys together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It raises the heat in the room is what it comes down to.
Thankfully, apparently deodorant is plentiful.
You can buy it. I can discount at Walmart. I work there, so I get 10% off on mine. So I have to smell good.
Awesome.
That's it.
I work on a garbage truck, so I don't.
I'm filming you taking a picture of me.
Yes.
Anyway, so what do y'all do with this?
We put it up on YouTube.
No, that was filming you.
Oh, you were filming me. Filming you, filming me, filming you.
And then just send me a reminder.
Filming me.
And I'll go find it. It's Mike House 47.
Mike House. I'm sorry I couldn't remember your name, man.
Call me Steve Jennings. Make me come
I
over.
know. I'm telling you that was.
I wholeheartedly apologize for that.
That's okay. That's okay.
That does deserve a beating, I know.
You know, I quit beating people a few years ago. I still have the desire to, but it's
Yeah,
the humans aren't worth the effort. Okay, you're not worth beating. just you know.
Bring back your goddamn Wolverine statue, why don't you?
Hey, that Wolverine statue's cool.
And porcelain,
Yes.
which is. Yeah, have you looked that fucker up?
No, I haven't.
Oh God, don't.